Some guy.
The god of death.
How's it going, everybody? I'm some guy named Nate. In the last installment, we fell into the garbage because we were executed. But we're still alive. That's a rocket and a tank. I better not be thinking too much about what I'm seeing down here. I like exploring, though. Okay, we're going to investigate this little pile. This is really nasty down here. This is a desk. It's probably the one that I filled down here with me. How did I live, though? Anime logic. I'm alive. Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Oh, man. I know what I'm sensing, guys. I think a war happened. A big old war. Rattle, rattle. It's locked. Rattle, rattle. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, might as well start eating garbage. I decided to look around for some food. Damn. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless, too. Gah. Next, I searched for some water. Duh! How can I be sure which liquids I can drink, and which ones are all around bad ideas? Again, pointless. I felt like I was blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up, because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. I'll never surrender. And after making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was cut my arm off and eat it. Go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink or anything. Can't be sure, but at least a full day I had passed or something. And all I did was sleep and sleep and sleep, just like some guy named Nate. He never wakes up or does anything cool. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign. Someone raise your lights up. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. It was food. Gah, crunch. Oh man, what the? Strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. It was a ton of trash as I watched a pile of garbage jostle and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over here? Something fell from up above. What could that have been? Let's interact with the trash. Chapter 5 is all green. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out towards it. I was like, ugh! And then I tumbled down with me. It was something cool. A giant piece of trash. Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. It was my gal pal. She's got some ramen on her hair. Yay! This place smells awful. I'm gonna keep with her damn cup noodle on her hair. Kyoko? You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing down here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. Aw, poor Kyoko. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, and then she faced me again. First, I have something for you. Go ahead and take it. Oh, yay! Delicious oranges and water. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk when you're finished. Awooga. Thank you! I snatched the bread. Oh, that was bread? That looked like oranges and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my tummy. Whew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Because I am a terrible animal. Well, it's not such a bad idea to be good at, or whatever. Yay, Kyoko, what do you want to do? So, Kyoko, what do you want to talk about? It's just us down here. But, Kyoko, why'd you come and rescue me? To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone. Atone? During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So I did pick the right option. So you knew that I knew?
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I think this is the part where the campaign splits. So I think there's alternate endings. I'm trying to get the best one I can. But even though you knew I did nothing to help you, I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you. Pow. But listen, I'm trying not to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive. What's that reason, lady? Why'd you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. Yay! The reason I have to survive is so that I can do what I came, or it's so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What's that? I made up my mind to come to Hope Speak Academy for a very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope Speak Academy?
Indeed.
That's right, at least I did once. Once? Until recently, I've forgotten what it was. And then my amnesia snapped and I got all my memories back and shit. Anime cliches. Do-do-do, look them up in a book, they're all right there. You forgot, but that's whoosh, because you had amnesia. I have no memory of what my purpose was. No memory, that's impossible. Amnesia? Yes, Hina, amnesia. Now I won't be able to talk to Hina ever again. I hope she's still alive and didn't get killed. Then it really is true. You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived in this school? Everything went twirly. Ugh. You're talking about when we fainted, right? Yes, I fainted, and I woke up, and I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect. Thinking back on it now, at the point my memory was gone, At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that and stuff? Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine what happened by chance. It seems too convenient. Are you saying that you think you lost your memory because... I don't think. I'm positive the work of the mastermind is what stole my memory. But why would they do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because my purpose and my ability somehow that would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you? And that could also mean somehow my memories... Oh god, I'm sleepy. Maybe connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I had to give them back. Blam. That's why I have to investigate things by myself the whole time. But if you see that's true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed that right away. Plus, there's always the chance the mastermind is actually one of us. What? Well, don't make too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind's one of us. She believed that, and then of course I couldn't trust anyone around her and stuff. In case it only makes sense that you would look into her missing memory by yourself.
However,
that being said, there was one limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but... I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me would be the mastermind. And stuff. I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here, it's to stay here. Oh yeah, I remember. Good. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing, right? It is nothing, right? Bleh.
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know. Yay! It's just I'm not used to relying on others. Well, we could be buddies down here in the sewer. I know I never asked you to help me right away, so I understand why you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. Why am I still tired, guys? I've been up for a long time. It's actually 2 p.m. right now and I'm still yawning. I think that's just a personality. Hey, girl, you wanna go to this door? I better talk to Kyoko again. Wow. You said that you had a reason for doing all that investigation on your own and stuff, right? So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
so...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. Cool. You mentioned your ability. To shoot lasers out of your purple eyes. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. Shooting lasers out of my purple eyes. I knew it. I'm the ultimate detective. Cool. The ultimate detective, so you're like Inspector Gadget and Sherlock Holmes combined. Ugh. The reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find. Who? You had to find someone? Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What? Plot twist, guys. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child, and it turns out he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Plot twist, guys. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak headmaster. Then that explains everything. When Alter Ego told us he thought the headmaster was involved. Whoosh. I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I'll find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So...
Kyoko, what's going on? Remember when you growled at Hina? My memory hadn't come back at that point. But when he said that, I felt kind of strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make perfectly clear there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that I had to protect him. You want to kill your pops? I said I felt based on the way when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked, so the shelves were a mess, and the desk drawers were dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was has been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion. I decided to investigate the second floor dorms using that key I had found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. It's some kind of map.
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with the Makuro profile and that key. The map showed the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have used them to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And then when I finally remembered, I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went down to the headmaster and did they really have a private room down there and stuff?
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor dorms didn't have any monitors. So what was that like, part of the school? I mean, it's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I recognize your thighs. Whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. With all that hot Hina upskirt shots, even though she doesn't wear a skirt. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain. You'll need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough, bitch. Oh, it sounds like it must be important. Really ominous and stuff. Hey, Kyoko, do you still want to talk? Oh my god. Of course, I got to the second floor dorms. Yeah, which is why I had no idea what was going on. Cool. I had to deal with Makuro Ikasaba, doesn't it? Lots of reading, guys, just to be perfectly clear. I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So who did kill her? What can I say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. So this was supposed to be the end, guys, and we were supposed to just die hellaciously. I don't know if you decided to kill Kyoko if the game, like, immediately ends, but that would suck. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Makuro Ikasaba was to get me killed. Get you killed? Indeed. I stole the key and disappeared, and in relation, they wanted to draw me out and me out and eliminate me. Correct. That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly, bitch. This should say bitch and stuff. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore at your discretion. Bam.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following those rules, and with what rule in place, they could step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by school regulations?
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Makuro Ikusaba. What's that, bitch? There's one point that Makuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. What? I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean when I was about to get stabbed and they showed the same cutscene 50 times during the night? When I almost got stabbed? I could hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves, bitch. She should just say bitch. That should be half of her stuff. The ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you, bitch. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. I followed it. I saw it go into your room. And then use that same cutscene 87 times. Well, this is the first one. The other ones are a lot more detailed. I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course. I was all like, "Chia, I'm killing you, bitch." That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to a tussle. Oh, whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead. Whoosh.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. All that has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to eliminate me. So, that would mean whoever killed Makuro is also the mastermind, right? I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if it's true. I mean, if the mastermind can kill whoever they want and whoever they feel like. Wait, that doesn't create another contradiction. The mastermind wanted us to create a class trial and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right? Or you, yeah, whatever. You're right, that is a contradiction. Like a starburst, bitch. And it's not just Makuro. They needed a class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does this all mean? It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. It's your evil twin, Kyoko. It's Kyoko Yoko Loco. The identity of the other ultimate despair. It's a baby. It's a 2-year-old. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt about it that Makuro was the ultimate despair, and now she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not.
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused the event is a group of people. You're talking about what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair. That despicable group whose only purpose is motivation becomes despair. And then make no mistake, they're the root of all things that are evil, and they forced us to go through this. What? That is the ultimate despair. Wait, that is the ultimate despair, and that's our real enemy. Bitch. Chapter 5 is fucking done. It's stupid, though, because they made the title seem like Hina would die. You know? Whoosh. Yeah, 6 people left. What about the other 4 morons? What are they gonna fucking do? So, guys, what time is it? I don't want to waste the entire fucking day. Oh, we got the Monokuma rocket. The Dream Island rocket. What? That sounds like a lovely place. Yes. Okay, guys, we're gonna save after. Nice. 5 alive. Even though there's 6. Cool. Just overwrite that shit, and we're on chapter 6, the ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy over 1 year ago. This is the last chapter, guys, so I hope you guys are ready to watch the last chapter with me. Those same people put this together, this killing game, and began broadcasting it all over the world and stuff. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. It's a TV. Our enemy has finally been revealed. The truth shall be revealed. I know I make SpongeBob references all the time, but right now I gotta kick some ass. Right now we have to get out of this horrible place. I have a key, bitch. Figuring out the rest can surely come, or the story can come after, like in a few episodes of the Some Guy Named Nate show. Yeah, you're right. I'd watch the Some Guy Named Nate show. Let's interact with the door. Rattle, rattle. It's locked, but we have a way to open the door. Kyoko! Open the door! Kyoko, do you still have that one thing that got me tripping? Is this one thing? I hate to admit it, it did. Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Let's use it right now. Hey Kyoko, can we use the key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key on the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then, click. Oh yes, it opened! And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape to the garbage pit. Out of the garbage pit. Something garbage pit. I know that chapter 6 is the shortest chapter, but still, we're finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun, bitch. Chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. There's only 6 of us left, and we're all sad. I'm sorry. Oh, we can all couple up. I call tab on Hina. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel, exiting straight up, ding 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 ding, like a chimney. I'm wearing my ARMS shirt, by the way, today. It's great. I keep staring at my shirt. It's an awesome shirt. There was a metal ladder leading up to the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Ooh. Oh man, look at that censorship. The ladder was impossibly long, and I couldn't even see where it ended. I wish I was the one climbing underneath Kyoko so I could look at her vagina, but I couldn't. We climbed into the darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I could even see my own feet behind me. I couldn't even see my own feet, but I could see her giant crotch. I had no idea that we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, you won't be able to. I won't be able to catch you, and you'll die and stuff. Yeah, I'll be careful. You better, bitch. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. I still get jelly, or maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work and stuff? How long? Ever since I can remember, when I was a little baby. I came from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty, but my family's always seen it that way, bitch. Then is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? How come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride.
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That's how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral on all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why I've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, like our assassin's creed, and we must do this to protect it. Because, like I said, it is our source of pride. Stare at my legs, Makoto. So this explains how she was all crazy before I came here when I was looking up all the information about all the school and stuff online. I never saw anything about her, because she herself on purpose tried to protect the pride of her family. Whoosh. Was that the LimeWire logo on his cup? I know it wasn't, and yet I gave up some part of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing that something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But then the reason you gave up that pride, the reason that you would go this far to enter Hope's Peak, I saw it was because of how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you're reuniting and it feels so good. After all these years, right? You would have had so much time to talk about it and so much to talk about. Bleh. There's nothing I want to talk to my father about. Even the latest anime I watch.
However.
There's something I want to say to him, though, which is die, bitch. What? No matter what it takes, I'll have to find him and tell him face to face. I hope he dies. What is it? I want to sever all ties with him and also cut off his legs. Sever? His legs? Last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future. He also liked Future and his new song Mask Off. It was very good, but he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself from the family. No longer after all that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. he went to my grandfather and then had a huge argument. And as young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I skipped something accidentally. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, and then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy. Clap along if you feel like he didn't take me with him. If I had gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that. She might have been feeling or whatever. All I could do was compare her to her usual self and stuff. She was more talkative. I bet in the Japanese version that's not a pit of darkness and you can actually see her butt. And more emotional. I don't blame you, you know. He had his own life to live. That's why anyone in my position might say right, but that's not true.
However,
But there is one thing. One thing I can never forgive. Really? What? The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
however,
But then the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That is how they came to see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me. I can be your shadow. Da-da-da, you and I together. I know. I'm sick of it. So sick of the hobos, always begging for change. There's 2 song references. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of this shadow. Again, you and I together. Oh. That's why I have to find him. I have to tell him that we're no longer a family. In order to settle the past, I have to punch him in the dick. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt that he forgot about me years ago, bitch. But your family, you used to cut him out like that? That's stupid. Our only connection is through blood and nothing more. I can't talk. I should actually have a water up here with me, but I don't. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul? Oh no! I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. I was like, so instead I said, that's what I should have said. And then, I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after all, I don't know how long it is. And we finally reached the top and stuff. Oh my god. We're finally at the top. Started at the bottom, now we're here. Oh man, it's the murder silo. Looks like this is it.
indeed.
The other side of this door is Hope's Peak is waiting for us again. We're back.
Right.
Wait, we're back! Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain this is where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so we should be able to open it without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my hand up and I pushed it against the hatch. And it went squeak! And the hatch opened with ease, and so... Oh, damn! We're alive, bitch! Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we can get out of here and stuff. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Oh no! Kyoko, thank you. I would have never gotten out of there without you. No thanks is necessary. I was returning the favor. Let me just shut this really quick. This is how we got out of the garbage pit. Blah, blah, blah. Let's talk to Kyoko really quick. So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might, you know... You're worried, bitch? Yeah, of course.
So
Then let's get to a concrete answer, please. What?
in other
Huh?
words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait? What? That's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. And she said that. She pointed to the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying you'd rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What do you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does that mean?
so
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. What? There was?
right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And that'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. And that should help us with our negotiations. What? I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we? Wait, that's me. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Okay. Okay, guys. On the next installment, I'm going to record one more episode on the next installment of Danganronpa. We are going to fist fight Monokuma probably, or at least yell at him and call him a bitch. I will see you guys in the next part of Danganronpa. We are almost at the end of this game. Who's the mastermind? Who are all these bitches? Is Hina still hot? Did she get fat and eat all the donuts? You'll find out in the next part probably of Danganronpa HD. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye.